Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have this wonderful 4 seasons collection of bird stamp and dies. And they're adorable. It's a create a scene collection, and I'm going to go through each of these one by one so you can see what it involves. So the first, let's start with winter. I'm going to move these up here. So the winter comes with stamps and dies. And then it also comes with a habitat collection, so you can build your own scene. And it says here not actual size, and I did take this out and take a look at these. And they are smaller, but that makes them more in proportion to the little birds. And they are adorable. So let's just take a look at these. You get these little terracotta pots, and then you can stack them like this to make bird bath. And it's got some foliage here and some grass. Very, very sweet. Oops, there's another one in there. And this one is 11-piece die set. And then, of course, you get the 2 that are with the birds as well. Okay, and let me show you this card that Debbie made. So cute. She took the branch here, and she also used some dies from the other collection, which I'll show you. So this particular branch came from, I think, the autumn collection. And then she stacked the little pots and inked them and did a wonderful inked background, which I'm going to show you how to replicate that as well. It's even got just little tufts of snow that you can put along the edge. And then she used some fluffy stuff, that great stuff that you heat and it puffs up for snow. I just love that idea. So let's move this over here. And then we've got spring. Spring also comes with 2 little birds, and I should mention that on the sheet here it does tell you like the house sparrow, and tells you what all of these birds are. And so the spring habitat has got a birdhouse in it as well. I'm not going to take all of these out, and this is a 4-piece die set as well. So it's got the birdhouse, the pole, it's got a little bird feeder and a watering can. Very cute, and this is what Debbie made with this card. Very cute. She used the grass here from another set. Let's see, which set did she take that from? Oh, nope, the grass is on the spring set. And it's even got a little worm inching its way along, and she cut the little, tied this little jute bow on this metallic silver watering can. Very sweet. I love, oh, and look at the little ladybug. Very cute. And then we, of course, got the summer set. And the summer set, I'm going to move these over. So many things to show you. The summer set also has got this wonderful swan, and looks like a kingfisher. And then the habitat has got a log and this pond feel. And so Debbie made a pond out of this card. As you can see, she stamped the water here with blue, and then she took this water die cut and also cut the card so that there's like, there we go, a little cutaway there. Adorable lily pads. And she even stamped the fish. Finally, we've got the autumn set. Oh, I should show you the dies. Here we go. So the dies for the summer set, there are 5 different pieces. I'll take these out since we can't see them very well. So we've got the grass and the water and the lily pad and the log. All right, move those away. All right, and then here we have the autumn, which has got a really wonderful owl and a magpie. And here's one that Debbie did, adorable pumpkins and the fall leaves in this great tree. And here's this die set, which has 8 different pieces. Take this one out as well. And what I love about the leaves is that they're connected, so that way that, let me put this here, they're connected so that you don't have to try to find each little piece. You can just die cut them from various colors and then mix them up like Debbie did here. All right, so let's do a background, and then we're also going to build a card as well. So let's build a background here. I think we're going to start with the background like Debbie did with her card. And I love our blender brushes. We've got to get those out. And Debbie used the green, yellow, or yellow and green Cat IQ, and also the blue Cat IQ. We love these because they just have such a nice range of colors in them. So she walked me through this today. We're gonna see if I can get close to how Debbie did this. So with the blender brushes, I always tap off that excess color. And I'm just gonna start with the green along the bottom edge. Okay, and that's the darkest green. And as I always say, you can always start off light with the color, and then you can always come back and add more color, but you can't take it away. So I always like to start off a little lighter, especially when I'm trying to replicate something that someone else has done. Okay, so I'm in a medium-sized brush, and this is just sort of an ochre yellow. And I'm going to put that right in there and blend that in with the green. And as you notice, I'm tapping that color, that excess color, off on my mat, and then I'm just kind of picking that up as I go. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over this and add some more green, because I'm going to blend these two together a little bit more so there's not such an obvious seam between the two colors. All right, there we go. I'm liking that better. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean off my brush. I just like to use a little baby wipe to clean these while I'm working, and then afterwards I just use a little soap and water and let them dry, and these brushes just clean up beautifully. All right, and so for this one, she used the darkest blue. Because my brush is wet, really want to tap that off. In fact, I'm going to dry it a little bit with some towel here, because I don't want to get blotchy. All right, so we're just going to start here very lightly. And we're just going to go heavy on the corners and the top. Go. As you can see, we're kind of leaving the center area without color in it. And when I asked Debbie about that, she said, well, then you can just, when you're all done with this deep dark color, she went back and just kind of lightly went over that look, and it kind of gave it a gray background look, which I really like for that winter sky. It almost looks like evening is coming just before the birds are ready to go roost. All right, so we've done really heavy on the sides, and now we're working our way in from the corners right down here into the yellow and the green. All right, and then just lightly across the center, okay, to give us that sort of smoky sky look. There we have it. So for this next card, I am going to use the Winter Habitat and also the Winterbird Stamp and Dies, and also the oval torn edge cutting dies from Gemini, and started off with a card covered in Cutesy Christmas, and I love the craft paper with the snowflakes on it. And then I've also just matted a strip of the aqua snowflakes with white cardstock, and we're just going to put a little glue on that to put a border down. Oh. And then I'm just going to trim that edge even with the card. All right, so I've taken the second to the largest oval, and I'm going to do a little coloring technique on the background here. Bring in my craft mat. So I'm going to use for this Harmony by Spectrum Noir. This is water reactive, and this is a midnight color. And I'm also going to use the Lagoon color. All right, and I'm going to start off with the lagoon around here, around the top of my oval. And I'm actually not going to color the entire oval, just at midnight, because I'm going to do a technique on the bottom half that I do not need to ink with. Oops. Paper is just doing its own thing today. Oops, I forgot to blot that, so of course now I have a kind of a blotchy. Let's see if I can't work that out. See what happens when you don't blot, you get a blotch. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna stop right there. All right, and then I'm going to take a little bit of water and, gosh, I forgot my paintbrush, so we're just going to use our fingertips. I'm going to splatter a little bit of water on this water reactive ink because I want some little droplets that are going to be in the background. Could be rain, could be snow, but it'll just give it a real texture, and I like that. Okay, and I'm just going to take a tissue and just do a little blotting there. All right, so we see that it's got those nice little water spots on there. All right. I'm going to set that aside to dry. Now I've cut another oval the exact same size out of white, and I'm going to do a little tearing. And I want to tear, this is going to be the snow at the bottom of the card. Here we go. So it's going to go like this, and I want to align the edges, so I want to make sure I don't have it turned over. So I want these edges to align at the bottom. Right, I like that. Now I'm going to take, this is Watermark Translucent Clear ink, and I'm just going to put some of that right there. Cover that whole white piece with this ink. Okay, now I'm just going to take a scrap card here, and I'm going to put, this is Sparkle Puff 3D embossing powder. Great snow. I'm going to sprinkle that over the entire thing. Tap off that excess. Bottom's not covered as well as I would like it, so I'm going to add a little bit more there. Okay. I'm going to get my heat gun out. Let this warm up a little bit. All right, and now I'm going to see that just change color a little bit. It's going to look a little puffy. It's not puffy like the fluffy stuff. It does have a lot of texture to it though. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to glue this to the bottom of this card, of this circle, and what I'm going to get is this one. Okay. I just did a little fast forward there on you. And then I die cut the largest circle out of dark brown. I'm going to glue that. Come on, glue. My glue is clogged a little bit today. There we go. All right, so while this is drying, and I just like to turn that over and just push my hand right there while I'm talking to you. I have stamped and die cut some birds, and I've used Spectrum Noir pens to color those. Go. And the colors I used on those, let me grab these right here. I used blue turquoise blend on this little guy, and also golden brown blend. And then I used golden brown blend on this one as well, and then I added some coral. Okay, just sort of did my own unique coloring of birds. I don't know if those exist in nature, but they work for my purposes today. All right, so then we're going to glue this little guy or girl right there. And then on this one, I've got a little bit of foam tape, and foam tape, I'm going to put this one right here. All right, then I've die cut all these wonderful little bits and pieces. So we've got some ivy. And as you can see on the ivy, I used the pine tree ink pad for water reactive. And how I did that was I just took one of my little blender brushes here and I just added a little bit to the side of the leaves, like that. Okay. And so then I also added a little bit of snow to some of them. And then we've got these little twig pieces, and I even did some feathers. All right, so let's put this together. And what I'm going to do is just glue some to extend down. Now, not all of them have to have snow on them. Just did a few. Stay there. Go. And we've got some brown craft paper colored ones. They also have a little bit of ink on them. And then here's a darker green with a little bit of snow. Go. And for the feather, kind of wanted to add one feather in here. That. All right, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon. This is just from the white ribbon set. Like this. And another little bit of turquoise or teal ribbon. It's a little smaller. Gonna go there. I'm just gonna hold that. And then I have a greeting, which I put a little, just a stamped greeting for winter wishes, and I put a little bit of foam tape on that. And that's gonna extend sort of off the edge of the oval there. And my glue is just not wanting to stick today. There we go. All right, so that's how that works. You'll get a better look at that if you click on the underline links on the vlog page, and that will take you to photos of the projects. And if you click on the photos, then that'll take you to the complete supply list, so that way you'll know all the inks and all the supplies that Debbie used for her card as well as for my own. There's a great money saver on this, I think 2 money savers on this entire collection, so make sure you check those out. There's just a wonderful 4-season collection. And if you're watching us on YouTube, the money saver is down below in the description. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.